Now, Amruta Kshemkalyani is joining us from Dubai. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Obviously, global warming is something that is very evident in Dubai. Do you have any expectations from this summit?
Oh, yes, totally. Staying in Dubai, we could feel that how global warming is very real. Every summer is hotter than the last year's summer. So we can see very significantly, especially in the Middle East, because Middle East is warming almost twice as compared to rest of the world. So I do have expectations, really huge expectations from COP26. Because this is our last chance to stay under 1.5 degree centigrade Earth's temperature since pre-industrial era, and we can still win this fight against climate change if we act now. So I definitely am looking forward to how countries are going to commit to net zero or the best they can. Also, how developed countries are going to help smaller nations, let's say small island nations, so that together, collectively, the whole world can actually target net zero or reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
Now, what is being done in the area by the UAE and others in order to chip in, to this effort?
Yeah, so UAE has been definitely, I would say, from my perspective, leading Middle East in a way where in their primary NDCs, which was the second NDC which they submitted, they are really targeting at having clean energy, 14 gigawatt clean energy by 2030. Then one of the very interesting factor, which is they are giving attention to carbon sequestration by targeting 30 million mangroves seedlings by 2030, because mangroves act as carbon sink, and I'm glad that they have that one very important aspect included in their NDC. But most importantly, very recently, after the Expo 2020 opened during the Green Economy Summit, here UAE announced that they want to target net zero by 2050. And that is really a very welcoming announcement, the first Middle Eastern country to announce that. And that saying definitely UAE is diversifying their economy towards more, because being an oil producing nation, this is very promising in a way where, and it is much needed, of course, but they have understood that, and they have been diversifying their economy by investing into more renewable energy or clean energy. So it could be nuclear energy facility or one of a very popular Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park, very nearby in Dubai. So those are great examples. Apart from that, UAE is also looking into food security, water security, which is very important for this part of the world, where in UAE there are no natural water bodies like rivers or lakes. Right. So they have been giving a lot of attention to water security. And when it comes to...
Leave you at that, Amruta. Thank you very much. We have to go to a break, and we'll be right back.